All right, welcome back to the Ford Focus. Today we are dropping the transmission and replacing the dual clutch system in it after it went out on me when I took it for a ride. So let's get into it. For my research, it's gonna be a lot of 7s, 10s, 13s, 15s. We are going to remove the air intake, the throttle body. You don't have to, but I'm going to remove the intake plenum. We're going to remove the battery and the battery box, bunch of the shift cable, stuff like that underneath, all that. Then we'll have to come up from underneath. There's a few things under there we have to undo. All the bell housing bolts, the I guess you'd call them the flex plate nuts on this, because it's technically a manual even though it's an automatic. But so we'll get into it. We'll start with these connectors. This has 2 tabs on it, and then pull. This has this little red tab, and then squeeze and pull. And let me get a trim tool real quick, and then we will get some of this stuff out of the way. There's that. And then real quick, before I get too far ahead, I'm going to disconnect that negative battery terminal. I'm sorry, the positive cable, but you kind of have to do it the backwards way because of the way the battery's in here. All right, 7mm on the hose clamps. One there, one there. And this should technically, somehow or another, come out of here. Oh, then we got this one too. And I hate these type of clips. Where is it? There it is. Okay, that one is just a twist kind of a thing. Okay. Oh, it was just like the PCB valve on the back there. All right, no big deal. Okay. All right. There's that part. All right, and then that's out. Okay. Yeah, somehow or another this air box is supposed to lift out, I thought. Oh, wait. Can't really see. Yeah, I think it's just down in some drummets and it's just kind of stuck there. There's something happened. Ouch. There we go. There we go. There. Okay. Air box out of the way. All right. That's that. Set on that. Okay. Now we have the battery. Let's slide this out a little bit. Get a tin up under there. That's gonna be the. There we go. Okay. Ooh, she's crusty in there. Okay, well, we got supposed to be some 10 mils down in here to get this tray out. What's left of them? Holy mackerel. Damn it, this car. All right, I gotta get a little vacuum. Where's my little vacuum? Goodness. I got a feeling that when I do those, they're going to snap. I'm very, very confident in that. All right, well, guess it doesn't much matter at this point. Yeah, we are just spinning on that. Okay. Let's see if these will work. Don't have very much confidence. Oh, wait, something happened good on that one. Ah, wrong direction. Should have checked that. Yeah, we're gonna have to find some replacements for those. I already know that. All right, stay close. Try this one right here.
believe those two are gone. Which, yeah, those two are gone. I managed to get one. Fantastic. Well, whew. That one popped. There we go. All right. The bottom of this metal plate, there's a metal plate on the bottom of it. We should be able to replace those once I get the plate out. Should be able to take them out from, yeah, there's plenty sticking out from the bottom. So, all right. Now, I believe these are all 15s on this plate. So, yeah, there's a, what am I stuck on here? Oh, I got an electrical connector. Ouch. All right, well, that gave me some slack, but we'll revisit that. All right, let's get a 15. Get a different approach on that one. That one, because this thing is in the way. Does it help me if anything? Absolutely not. There we go. That's a little better. Now maybe I can get this one at least. Or not. All right. Oh. revisit that one.
It's going to take some heat and persuasion, but I'll get those out. All right. Okay. Those look like it's probably a 7 or an 8 on the throttle body. It is an 8. And before we get too crazy, let's pop our connector. Ouch, oops. Missing something. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Oh, hey. Oh, what the hell's that? Oh, that's a fucking windshield washer fluid, I bet. God damn it. This fucking car is the gift that fucking keeps on giving. There we go. Shit. All right. Now I need the 8s. Throttle body is out. We'll clean that. Yeah, that's got to be the washer fluid. That'd be a fun one to salvage. Let's see. Anyway. All right, that's out. Let me get this stuff off the motor. Let's see, that's that breather. It's just electrical connector. Okay. Let's see.
guess next would be that shifter cable, which is right there. This one's too thick, I think. There we go. Yep, okay. Shifter cable's free there. I got two. It's like 10s right there. There we go. Shift cable bracket is free. All right, now we have a vent line to take out. We have an big electrical connector to take out up here. We have the upper intake bolt, or the intake plenum bolts, but there's one from underneath, but we'll get the ones up top here first. And then there's like two hoses on the back of the intake plenum. And then that which should be it. That should pull right out. Yep, that's got stuff all over it. Let me get a piece of paper towel to stuff down in there just in case. Do that. Okay. Well, let's attack the plenum. These are 10s on the plenum. Let me get another magnetic tray. And let me get a magnet in general. We got this harness with that. And then there is another one hidden right there. Right there. We'll grab this one first because it's easier. Okay. Probably won't be able to see it, but I'll try. I swear it wobbles a little bit. There you go. We need a shallow 10. All right. Grab that with the magnet, maybe. There's the 5 up top. And I can get this harness kind of up and out of the way, maybe. Broke. Okay. Fantastic on all that being broke. So all I have is those. Let's see, it looks like it's attached right there. Can't really see it. So I got that going for me. All right, we might tackle that in a minute. Let's get back to this connector right there, which is it's off. Get out of the way. Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay. Jeez, oh Pete. All right, we got the car up. I know the lighting's gonna be terrible. We have one more 10 right there. Looks like I need to get my extension off of here. There's that. We also have an electrical connector that's attached to the bottom of the plenum and a hose, but we got to get the plenum off to get access to the starter so that we can get to the flex plate nut. So we got that, but also we got a ground strap up here we got to get rid of. And we can probably go ahead and remove some of these lower bell housing bolts, and we need to drain the fluid out of this because I've got new fluid for it as well. So let's try to do some of that. But I think before I do any of that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the wheels off, get them out of the way. They're technically a 19, but they're Fords, so they're 19 and a half because they've swollen. And you can see here I do have a 19 and a half millimeter socket. Let's go to the other side. Yeah, number 8. Okay. Oh, there we go. that sucker's in there. There it goes. Okay. Oh, there we go. Jeez, Pete. That was excessive. It's a little brown, can't really see through it. I'm gonna let that drain out, and then we'll put the plugs back in, and get back to the rest of this. All right, we're just putting the plugs back in so we don't have stuff leaking out. And then, we're gonna go ahead and crack these bell housing bolts. This one with the stud on it. We'll get those out. And we're gonna try to do as much down here as we can, and we're probably gonna go ahead and pop the axles out and stuff too. Actually, I might go ahead and pop the axles out now before I start messing with anything transmission related. So let's do that first. We don't have to take any of this off. We're just going to disconnect the tie rod and separate the ball joint, and that'll allow us to swing this out and then pop things out. While I'm thinking about it, is that my 13? Yes, okay. We are going to go back up underneath and disconnect the carrier bearing back here on the oops. This one. All right, so we're gonna take that out. Let's set that there. And then we'll get the rest of that freed up here in just a minute. Hopefully all this stuff comes out easy because I just did it. All right. Why? Because it was a 17. All right, let me get a dinger. There we go, that's done. All right, now the ball joint. See, it should come right out too, because I just did this. There we go. All right. All right, we got that to move. So now we need to get it freed up out of there and then pull it out. Okay. It should pump right out. Ow. Okay. It is loose. So we just gotta go down there. Okay. There we go. Quit going back in there. You motherfucker. Can't see, can't do. Can't see with that right in my face either. There we go, there we go, okay. Now. Oh, okay. There we go. Just a little stuck in the seal, I reckon. There, okay. Dinger again. Is it not It's like you just went in, but you don't want to come out. There we go. Right, straighten back out. D55. 18 mil. You ought to come right out. All right, there's that. Now I gotta separate it. There we go. There's that. It moves. Come here. It's not gonna break. There you go. Okay. Now we need to go under with the pry bar, pop it out. There we go. Maybe.
Okay, we got the axles out. So now we're gonna do a couple more little things underneath, and then we're gonna drop the car back down and finish up what we need to finish up on top. And then we also need to lower it down. We're gonna have to get a jack under it to support the engine. And then eventually I'm gonna have to get my engine hoist over here for the, to drop the transmission out. So anyway, we have right here, if I can't even see, right here we have to get that stud, that nut off the stud, get the ground cable off. And then we have bell housing bolt there, bell housing, and then a couple over here that we're going to get. We're still gonna leave these mounts on for now until we get it down, and then we'll roll underneath it and get those. And those are 13s. Don't care. Oh, fuck. Ow. I don't know if it fucking turned or not. I have no clue. Can't fucking see shit up in here. I guess you just gotta fucking... Man, that's painful. Okay. That's gonna be a 13 mil nut right there. I think. Yeah. Got this one here too. Anyway, okay, we're going to have one right there, and there's one up there. Let's get this one. Right there.
could be tricky. Especially since I can't really get a good angle to see it. There you go. It's too low. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I can't get a full swing on that. Sorry, I can't see it either, fellers. Okay, that one doesn't come all the way out. It just, because the catalytic converter is right there. Okay, so those, that one up there, the rest is all up top, except for the DCM connector down here, which I need to undo. Let's see if I can get that now. I don't know why I'm holding the wrench. All right. There we go, something happened at the top one. Hey, 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 hey. All right. I can just stay there. I'll stick with it later. All right. You're done. All right. I gotta get that shifter cable out of the way. So, if you'd come out, that'd be great. All right. Shifter cable is up and out of the way, kinda. And there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 more bell housing bolts. Oh, I still get this fucking plenum off too. Shit. I get the starter out. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Oopsie. Anyway, this should be free. There goes. Other than every fucking wiring harness it's attached to still. That'll be fun. Not. And this hose right here. Okay, this was a push. There we go. That pushes in and pulls out. All right. How the fuck are you attached at? I can't tell. still have a hose. Where's that hose attached at? Can't see nothings. There's a stupid wiring harness. What the fuck are you attached to? Absolutely nothing, I don't think. No. Yes, you are. There. Okay, there's that. Whew. Where's this hose at? It's attached. Hey, hey, hey. Right there. The most inconvenient spot of all. And there's an electrical connector. Oh, fuck. It's just one of those things. And did I break that? I sure as fuck did. Ha! Ha! Broke the hose, not the plenum. There's going to be a junkyard trip in my foreseeable future. Yes, sir, there is. All right. Let's... That one's got me. Another fucking connector. I guess I probably should have tried to get that one while I was underneath. I know I seen it. Probably even commented on it. Like, oh, I gotta get that connector. I should probably have gotten that while I was underneath. Yep. Probably. Now I gotta do it the hard way. It's like it's there. Okay, starter is next. Whew. What was I tell you? I don't even know what size those are. I think they're supposed to be 13s, but that doesn't look like a 13. It looks more like a 10. Unless I'm on the wrong bolt. Ow, stupid camera. That's the only bolt. So, alright then, let's find it. I have a 10 deep over here, I believe. Yep, definitely a 10. Definitely the wrong tool for the job. I don't know if it's turning or not. Yeah, it's turning. Okay. Whew. I don't know if my cameras can see. I know I can't, so you probably can't either, but I did get it free. Craftsman overdrive wrench for the win. That was pretty rounded off. Alright, this part sucks because it's one crank at a time. I don't even know. Going blind. Feels bigger. $13. Is there another part of that? Must be this one. $13 once you get the fucking shit out of the way. Oh my goodness. Got one underneath. This fucking car can go to hell. Why would you want to? Why would you want to? What happened? There it went. It just fucking... Shit just fucking... We'll see in a second, I guess. That's all still there. It's just... I don't know.
All right, had to take a quick break there. Had to go pick up a sick kid from school. So we got the starter out at the end of where I left off. Now we got to, we're gonna take out the flex plate or torque converter nuts, whatever you wanna call them. And to do that, we are going to, I think we're just gonna use a pry bar. Oh, I gotta get that stupid plastic thing out. Oops, yep. Forgot about this. Oh, it's like a piece of foam. All right then. Now we can see it. And I believe those are 13 millimeters. And don't worry if you drop them at this point because you're going to be pulling the transmission anyway.
but if you're reassembling and you drop it, you have to take the transmission back out to get to them, or to get them out of there. Got another plate here. Now we can tackle the rest of the bell housing bolts and then go after the mounts and get ready to drop this sucker. So here's already one of our bell housing bolts. You know what I hate? When I do that. All right, there was one. There's another one. Oopsie. Right there. Probably have a 13 shallow right there. Yes, okay. Man. Should be a couple more somewheres. Man. Yeah, there's one right there and two right there. Got one facing me and one facing the opposite direction. All right. That one is maybe an extension of some kind. Oh, gosh, Lee. Get on there. There we go. All right, one more that I think I have to get from, I don't know if I can get that from up here or if I got to go down below. That got on there, but I still ain't got no leverage. How the fuck them guys do that? I never have paid attention to that, but there we go. Oh. Yeah, that
Ooh, I better get something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shit. Gonna have to come down some more. Oh yeah. All right, let's bring it down some more. That gets us under there. All right. And then that should leave me plenty of room to drop that.
Okay, killed the video for a minute because I needed all my concentration. So using the engine hoist, there is a hook on top of this transmission. I got a little bit of tension on this. I still got the one bell housing bolt in, and then once that's free, then I got the trans mounts still holding it. So I'm actually going to put a little bit more tension on this chain. There we go. And I have a floor jack supporting the motor. So hopefully I can get under here. I know all the trans mount bolts underneath are 15 millimeter. The one up here I believe is an 18. So I'm gonna go underneath, get the last bell housing bolt, and then I'll take the trans mount out down there, and then I'll come back up and get the one on top. Find my light here. My underhood light died while I was setting things up. So anyway, that's where we're at. Let's see if we can get this dropped out of here. Oh. All right. Good news is my wrench is still up here. Okay, oddly enough, that one comes all the way out. That bottom one doesn't though. Okay, that's it for the bell housing bolts. So at this point, I might crank up on the motor just a little bit more, and then we can shimmy this sucker right out, I hope. We gotta watch out for sensors and cables and stuff that I might have missed. And then I gotta get a little, I got one of those Harbor Freight wooden carts I'm gonna put underneath here so I can roll the tranny out. And once I get it lowered down. Whew, but that sounded funny. Right, here's the mount. Got one there. And 1, 2 there. Is there a third one? I don't know, I can't tell from the side. All right. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Let's see, ratchet. I know I brought you down here. Okay. That's gonna be too much. Ouch. All right. And one more right there. Holy cow. Right in the eye. Where is it? Ratchet. Too much. Back to you. Golly. Why? What in the absolute fuck is going on with that one? Whew. Holy mackerel. That sucker don't want to move. Get on a good spot. Oh, there it goes. And some rust. Look tight on it. All right. You come out just like that. That's fine. Okay. Bottom trans mount out. Time for the top one. 18 and life, you caught it. 18 and life to go. All right. Something is stuck. What are we stuck on? A wiring harness. Of course it's a wiring harness. This thing is riddled with wiring harnesses attached to everything. Just harness after harness. Oh, now there. a bit. There we go. Okay. Maybe. Was that the only one? Apparently. Let me stick it on over here. Not necessarily a wiring harness, but a hootis that's sticking out. There we go. Okay. Now, we have another hootis attached to that. I think it looks like a 13. Now that fell on the floor. All right, those other two look like 15s now. And transmission's definitely free. We may not have to worry about that mount. I'm actually not going to worry about that mount right now. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it. I think we're free enough. Let's try. Not the fudge is fudging that. Okay. So then I am completely free. Although I think that would give me some more space if I can get that out of there. All right, let me grab my 15 again. And see if we can get those out. Last one right there. Is that a 15? I don't know. What flavor is that one? Where's my light? I used to have a light. It's right there. Yeah, that's 15 too. All right, let's see if I can get a swivelly wibbly in there. 16. Yeah, it goes on. All right. All that together. All right, they should be very free here. Okay. Yeah. And another fucking harness hanging on here. This is like the fucking see it. But I know it's there. Right fucking there. There. Should be it for harnesses attached. Maybe, no, here's this stupid thing. Okay, that's free now. Okay. Okay, here goes nothing. Ooh, careful. Let's maybe come back just a hair. All right. There we go. Okay. Oh. Carefully. Oh, fuck. Stuck in my floor jack. There you go.
And hopefully I got this car up high enough to where I can just slide this out. Would you look at that? Just right. Holy cow, what a unit. What a unit. Full oil. That rear main seal is probably, oh yeah, that rear main seal is practically gone. We're gonna have a lot of cleaning to do. And because this took so long for me to do, I'm gonna break this video down into parts. So just consider this part one, getting it out, and part two will be putting it back together. So we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.